This is what happened to my car.
One ring to rule them all. Oh, shit.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've actually spoken to you guys, so I thought that I would make a video. I know that only like a dozen of you actually watch these things, so I don't really even know why I make them. Besides the fact that it's kind of like a diary of my life, I guess. And I'm going through a really hard time in my life right now, so I thought that I would document it because I want to be able to look back a year from now and say, okay, I made it. Or, on the other hand, you know, I could die. That's a possibility. So here's what's been going on and what's been happening. Saturday night, today is Tuesday, I was out on delivery for Domino's, driving around, doing my old thing. I guess that I was just taking too long on the delivery because when I got back, they said, give me your receipts, you're going home. I said, okay. It was only 8 o'clock. I was scheduled to close. I said, okay. Is everything all right? No. Oh. Okay. That's kind of out of nowhere. Why? So I have three theories. Here's well, it's a three-part theory. First variable to this theory is what I showed you guys at the very beginning of the video. This. Now this happened while I was on the clock. This happened on my first delivery on a Friday night, September 7th. It was not my fault. I was not at fault, and I'm currently in the middle of a lawsuit. It's a big deal, and my neck is all fucked up because of it. I'm having to go see a chiropractor. Anyway, so Domino's doesn't want to be held liable because technically they kind of are. I didn't know this at the time because they didn't inform me, but whenever I looked into the terms and conditions, gotta read the fine print. Any delivery driver who is involved in an automobile collision, not an accident because that implies that no one's at fault. So my insurance company is right here. Domino's is actually above them. They're the hierarchy. I didn't know this. They did. And ever since that happened, they've been cutting my hours. They've been trying to discourage me to work, trying to get me to quit because they know that I'm in the middle of a lawsuit and they know that I'm going to win because it's a cut and dry case, dude. Like, I was at a red light and somebody rammed into my rear end. Like, they demolished my vehicle essentially. And pretty much, once this lawsuit is settled, the insurance company is going to go after Domino's. They don't want that. Part two. Second part of my theory is the fact that I worked with my girlfriend there, Sable. She's in a couple of nice guy videos that I made a couple of months back. Now, mind you, a lot of the managers there, they work with their significant others. In fact, one of them got in trouble actually recently because one of the managers there was giving their boyfriend all the deliveries because he was a driver too, and there was like 4 drivers on, and we're supposed to go in order, but she kept on skipping everybody else and just giving him all the deliveries, right? So, was she fired? Of course not. Absolutely not. Number 3, I believe, is because I have a lot of dirt on Domino's, especially 2 of the 4 managers, regarding drug use while on the clock on the premises at Domino's. And I'm debating on going public with it, but I have 2 concerns. One, I don't know if anybody would really even care, and number 2, I'm afraid that I would be dismissed as a disgruntled employee just trying to get revenge. However, the thing is that I actually have evidence. I record everything, okay? This isn't, like a creepy thing. This is, because I've been in so much trouble in my entire life that I have just gotten into the habit of documenting all conversations I've ever had, No, I'm not talking about like recording people without their permission, like videoing them, no, but like recording like text message conversations, Snapchat conversations, Facebook conversations, things of that nature, where it doesn't necessarily paint these managers in a professional light. In fact, I'm pretty sure that, you know, they're breaking the law. Those three things, I think, were contributing factors to my termination. While I'm editing this, it just occurred to me that if any of the managers see this video, they're probably going to leave a comment regarding my own personal drug use and my recovery since September 7th of 2017. I've been sober. They will probably try to discredit me if they see this, so just keep that in mind. Alright, back to the video. However, I do want to say in Domino's defense that yes, I did take almost an hour on this delivery. However, I suffer from what's called psychogenic attacks. Okay, they're not seizures. If I had seizures, I wouldn't legally be allowed to drive. But psychogenic attacks, they present themselves as seizures. They're brought on by stress usually. And I actually was on a double delivery which first off, we're not supposed to do. But we were so backed up and all the orders were in red, so they sent me on a double. Now, whenever you do a double, you're supposed to have them side by side or at least close to each other. These two orders were on complete opposite sides of town. So I dropped off the first order. Hey, how are you? You know, got a great tip, whatever. Went to the second order, had an altercation with the customer because I took so long, tried to explain myself, and they were completely understanding. Great customers. Love you, Brandy and Heat. So on my way back, I get a call from Domino's asking where I'm at, and I freeze. I had to pull off to the side of the road because I started having one of these attacks. Now, whenever this happens, many things can occur. Sometimes I lose my vision. Sometimes I lose coordination in my hands. So I just thought it would be best if I just pulled off to the side of the road. Now, it can take anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes to recover from one of these attacks. This one was the latter, unfortunately, which caused me to take so long on this delivery. Now, when I got back, I tried to explain this to my managers, but they weren't having it because, like I said, we were in the middle of a rush. We were slammed busy. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. But I'm sorry. I'm not going to risk my life for a job that will replace me the next day. That's what they did. So where does that leave me now? Well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my neck is completely swollen right here. It's from the whiplash that I got on September 7th. About a month ago. I didn't know this, but apparently whiplash, I mean, symptoms won't appear immediately sometimes. Sometimes it can take weeks or even a month or two to manifest. And I believe that that's what's happening right here because I can hardly move. I feel like Batman. Like old school Batman. So I'm taking a couple weeks off to myself. I'm filing for unemployment and I'm considering pursuing legal action against Domino's. But see, I live in Alabama, and Alabama is a right to work state where they don't even have to have a reason to fire you. They can say, I don't like the way that guy looks. Let's fire him.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
Literally, this has happened. I mean, it has happened to me, but it's happened to multiple people. So thanks, Alabama, for being a red state and having that right to work. I just love it. Even if I did pursue legal action, they know I don't have any basis to stand on. Now, the following day, Sable, my girlfriend, was scheduled to work, and I wasn't scheduled to work. Before I got fired, I wasn't even scheduled. And they were like, so you're still coming in, right? And so I was like, yeah. Me having this neck injury, I'm not able to drive right now. I mean, I can't move, you know? So she doesn't have a license. She doesn't have a car. She was like, babe, can you take me? I was like, So I got on the phone with the managers and I was like, listen, Sable is not going to be able to come in today. It's my fault. She is completely prepared to work. Is there any way that you guys can send someone out to pick her up? Because on many occasions they've said, we can give you a ride to work if Andrew isn't able. Because I have, drug classes that I have to take. I have NA meetings that I have to make. And they were always saying that. Did they ever actually follow through with it? No, they didn't, no. And instead of writing her up, or maybe even suspending her, no, they went straight to termination. They fired her. She's never even been written up before. Now, Domino's policy is you're supposed to have a verbal warning, one write-up, and one final write-up, and then termination. She was given none of those things. She was terminated. Now, me, on the other hand, I will admit I was given a verbal warning for being late, and I was written up one time for being late to work. Now, I had a doctor's excuse, so I don't understand why I was still written up. However, they did regardless. So technically, I should have had one more chance before being terminated, but that's besides the point. I loved working for Domino's. It's a great company. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I don't work for them anymore, so I can say what I really think. Domino's is a fucking joke, dude. The managers are completely incompetent. The pizzas that they make are made with subpar ingredients, and they overcharge out the ass for them. I mean, one large pizza is like $17, and they intentionally withhold the information for specials in order to maximize profits. Now, I'm sorry, but every time I've ordered a pizza from Papa John's or Pizza Hut, the first thing they tell me is the specials. However, whenever I answer Domino's, they would always tell me, don't tell them about the specials unless they ask. Now, Ali was what I understood as the general manager, but apparently I was wrong, because apparently it was this girl named Brittany. Now, Brittany never liked me. Brittany always had a problem with me. Brittany was a no-nonsense type of person. I always had the impression that we had a mutual respect for one another because we were both in recovery. I guess that this wasn't the case. Either she was having a bad day, or maybe she was just tired of my bullshit. But I was the only driver there that was working 7 days a week. I was the only driver there that would pick up other people's shifts. I was the only driver that... I'm not trying to brag, but I was there for nearly a year. Like, literally a year. And they let me go. I was at one store, and I transferred to this store that I was fired from. Now, I went back and forth because I was just that good. They wanted me back at this store. They wanted me at this store. Now, this same week, they also lost their best driver. His name was Otto. He was just magnificent. He'd get your pizza to you in 10 minutes if you lived 15 minutes away. This guy, he was making mad money. But you know what? He got a better job opportunity because people like Otto and people like me made $7.25 while we were in store, and when we were on the road, we made $5 an hour. Now, Domino's does not reimburse for gas. They do not reimburse for shit. They charge a delivery charge of $2.99, which does not go to the driver whatsoever. We're just left with the tips that the customers give us. Is that right? No, it's not. I looked into it, and actually Papa John's, Marco's, Pizza Hut, they all reimburse their drivers for gas money. So fuck.
Fun working at Domino's. I loved working there. It was a great company to work for, and I wish that I could work for them again.
Ali, I love you. You're a great man. I still consider you one of my friends. Amber, you're a great manager. You're one of my friends. I love you too. Kayla, you just started as a manager. You're alright with me. But Brittany, fuck.
Fun working with you as well because you're one of my favorite managers.
Not cool, man. I thought we were cool. I don't care. I still like you, Beth. So that's what's been going on with me. How have you guys been doing? You been doing well? I hope so. Guys, wish me luck on this journey as I attempt to actually find a job in my field of marketing management. Wouldn't that be lit? That would be dope if I could get a job in my field, you know, that I went to college for and got a degree in. And I'm about 90% sure I was the only person, not trying to brag, but I was the only person with a college degree in that establishment. But I guess that doesn't fucking matter in the state of Alabama, does it? Sorry, can you tell I'm still a little bit resentful? My bad. So all that being said and done, I am currently unemployed, seeking a job. Sable is still here. We're both looking for jobs together. I'm trying to recover from this injury. I have an appointment with the doctor today again, and I'll be honest, things don't look very good. So guys, pray for me, alright? I never ask for people to pray for me because I was always such a staunch agnostic or atheist or whatever, but I'm at the end of my rope, guys, and I'm grasping at straws. So, God, help. Alright, guys, I'm going to be doing another video tomorrow. We're going to do a Tinder's Terror video because those always get pretty good clicks. Alright, guys, I love you guys. I don't know, do I?
Draco, be careful of his back, though.
That's fine.
Draco! Hey, at least his little red rocket isn't out this time. Who is it? Ripley's pondering out the window because she's depressed because we're not playing with her. Let's get it! Let's get it! Ripley!
Come here, Ripley.
Ah.
Come here.
Let's get it.
Come here, Ripley.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Come
Wait,
here.
somebody's out there. Who's out there, Ripley?
Come here.
Who's out there? She
Come
said,
here.
fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Come here. Oh, don't get my nipple ringing.
Oh, look at these two lovebirds.
Hello, pretty girl.
You know what's weird?
Hello, pretty girl.
Every female dog that has ever come into contact with Dew has always tried to hump him. Every Ripley.